veganism. I swear to God, like, people get so offended.
That's because there are so many vegans on the internet that are severely mentally ill. Look at Angie from Happy Healthy Vegan. Her vegan diet made her...
Okay, so I watched Vegan Cheetah's video last night, and just don't know where to begin here. I've never had this much trouble with figuring out what to say in a video. Vegan Cheetah seemed to reach a new level of extremism. I've known Cheetah for over a year now, and I've made some videos concerning him and all the drama that goes on. But this is actually my first video criticizing him. I'm just getting fed up here. Well, I don't watch a lot of his videos, but I watched last night's video because it was the exact same topic as the video I put up hours earlier. So I was curious as to how he'd covered the Trisha story. Even the thumbnail was very similar. First half of the video, he was talking about Trisha, showing clips, same clips I used, except he had a very different take than I did. Basically agreeing with all the stuff that I disagreed with. Something irritating I noticed, that he seemed to be laughing a lot, laughing at vegans through the first 3 minutes. Then the video turned for the worse. He started talking as if he was criticizing the vegan diet. I had to look down below his video to see the Vegan Cheetah. He is basically a vegan. He eats some top ramen, minute amounts of things that are not vegan. I thought he was pro-vegan. Have I been missing something here? Okay, what you saw there was he mentioned that a lot of vegans are mentally ill. Now, this is one thing I have brought up. I've made a couple videos talking about that, but I don't blame veganism for any of that. He's getting the audience to believe it's all because of the vegan diet. And on my videos, I'm basically just making a fun video and making other points. A video I made a couple days ago about Freely, something seems to be going on there, but I never blame her diet. Well, maybe the way she does her diet, maybe, but there's other things going on there. There's other things going on in her life, and then there's the past drug use, and probably some other stuff. But what I've said many times over the last couple of years is that I'm noticing society as a whole seems to be going crazy. A lot of mental disorders. I even did some research to find, a third of America will have some kind of a mental problem within a year's period. And just a couple of days ago I heard on the news that something like half of all presidents have had some kind of mental disorder. And what I see is it's getting just more common all the time. It's just changing by the month. And I've made a couple of videos on that topic, that just society as a whole. And our society is mostly not vegan. I've covered a lot of known crazy people who are really overweight, and adding to that the statistic that almost all overweight, obese people, like these people, are heavy meat eaters. A lot of world leaders here, and we can add in Trump, which I've covered extensively. He's a heavy meat eater.
Trump steaks are the best you can give. One bite and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And believe me, I understand steaks. It's my favorite food.
And after studying him for over a year, it's clear he has some mental problems. And many psychiatrists have spoken up about that.
In case you're not familiar with the 7 deadly sins, they are pride, greed, lust, envy, gluttony, wrath, and sloth, which in this case...
So what type of temperament is required for the person who becomes president of the United States?
Unbelievable, strong, and smart temperament. And I think it's my greatest asset.
When I come home and dinner's not ready, I go through the roof, okay?
Why do so many people question your temperament?
They don't question. It's Madison Avenue. Madison Avenue went to Hillary Clinton.
Throw them out into the cold. Don't give them their coat.
How stupid are the people of Iowa?
I'd bring back a hell of a lot worse than waterboarding.
Like, need to chill out,
She's absolutely right. There are some vegans on YouTube that really take this shit seriously.
Why do people say that Sandy Hook didn't happen?
Look, I think there are some people who are certifiably crazy out there. And
Alex Jones?
Cheetah's using half-truths here to only talk about vegans who have some mental problems.
are severely mentally ill or malnourished.
And I was using meth every day. I was suffering some serious mental illness.
Now this is bizarre. He uses that clip to make his point? Well, for one thing, I noticed that a lot of vegans on YouTube who have mental problems, I laugh because maybe YouTube is one of the ingredients here. And maybe the meth? I wasn't really bothered until this next clip here. It was just Cheetah being Cheetah. But right here, he went over the line.
I'm sure there's so many benefits if we were all vegan, I'm sure.
There may be benefits, but there's also major consequences in some cases from a vegan diet. Just take a look at a couple of these screenshots. I mean, we're talking about emaciated, loss of muscle tone, rotten teeth.
Wait a second. That's TannyRaw. He's picking on TannyRaw? That's a little surprising. I don't think anyone's picked on her. She's universally liked. The thing with her is, when you put that picture with the two other pictures, with the voiceover, makes the picture seem bad, like it looks bad. The thing with TannyRaw is, she is really skinny. She is 100% raw. You just lose all your water retention and a whole bunch of stuff. Not just muscle. But I remember when she first started, that was like 3 years ago. And she hasn't changed the way she looks. Here's a different picture here, which shows pretty clearly. It's weird how he's just muscle tone. She has good muscle tone, and consider that she's in her mid-40s. You start losing muscle tone in your 20s, late 20s. Well, I'm thinking maybe he meant to say muscle size. And to kind of disprove the idea that a vegan diet will make you lose a lot of muscle, I thought about finding some pictures of muscular vegans, but then realized I can use Vegan Cheetah's own picture. As for that first picture with the emaciated guy, I've never seen him before. I wonder where Cheetah had to go to find that picture. But what he's doing here, he says, in some cases, those cases don't have to do with veganism. Otherwise, we would see these things in most vegans. As for the rotting teeth, isn't that a common thing in our meat-eating world? And how exactly would a vegan diet cause rotting teeth? It reminds me of people saying that sugar rots your teeth. Oh, maybe that's it. Well, there's no science there. I made a video about that. I'll put it up here. I challenged the viewers to scientifically explain why sugar would do that. And a lot of people think that sugar is acidic. But if you look it up, it's neutral. And when you actually look into these cases, you find that there's a lot of BS in there. Like that scammer, that liar. That's how I remember her name. Lair. She wrote a book and claimed her vegan diet did all these things to her. She was never even a vegan. She was cheating all the time. Yeah, she's crazy. So there's another crazy meat eater. Is a lot of these people are short-term vegans. They might think a year is a long time when you're at 1 year. But when you get to 22 years like me, a year is not a long time. It takes many years just to lose B12. But a lot of people don't know that. That's because they don't want to tell you that. So Vegan Cheetah, if you want to pick on someone, go after a long-term vegan. Okay, at that point in his video, I was really irritated. Then it actually got worse than that. He went to a low point and seemed to really enjoy laughing at his attack on Anji from Happy Healthy Vegan.
Hell, look at Anji from Happy Healthy Vegan. Her vegan diet made her face sag so much she had to get a facelift just to look presentable on YouTube.
Now he showed another picture in this clip that I left out, just to be nice, because Anji's one of the nicest people in our community. She's really cool. Again, with its voiceover, it makes the picture seem worse than it is. It's not that bad, and you, again, got to consider, she's my age. She's around 49. And also, I always look at the lighting. When someone says that the person looks bad, you got to look at the lighting. She's in the sun, and you can see the shadow of her face coming down. The sun's at a really bad angle, so it's going to highlight things. And also consider that she lost a lot of weight, and so you're going to have some extra skin. And of course, on top of that, he again just blames her vegan diet. I think I've been vegan longer than her, like twice as long. So again, come after me. So I don't know if she's had a facelift. I guess he doesn't either, which is why he's making the case for that by showing a picture where she looks much different. Well, that's in her studio with good lighting, and it's just really not cool to do that. Not cool, not cool. Then here he goes on to sound like he's an expert in biochemistry.
And we do have to recognize there's differences in biochemical makeup. There's also differences in metabolism.
So what do you think? Who do you think's crazier? People like Durian Rider or people like the leader of North Korea? Me or Trisha or Vegan Cheetah? Post your comments below. And as I see all the stuff that's happening in Vegan Cheetah's life, I have the same message for him that I had for Durian Rider about a week ago. You are playing with fire.